Andrew Jacobs Jr. was a lawyer and an Indiana state legislator and congressman, who served in the United States House of Representatives for 30 years. His father, Andrew Jacobs, was also a congressman for one term. In 1988, Jacobs remarried, lastly, to Kimberly Hood Jacobs, an Emmy Award-winning television reporter and personality. Early life. Jacobs was born in Indianapolis, and graduated from Shortridge High School in 1949. He served as an infantryman in the United States Marine Corps in the Korean War, and was a disabled combat veteran. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in business from Indiana University in 1955, and a LL.B. from Indiana University in 1958. Upon graduation he began a law practice and served in the Indiana House of Representatives from 1959–1960. Political career. Jacobs served as a member of the Indiana House of Representatives from 1959 to 1960. In 1964 he was elected to the United States House of Representatives as a Democrat in the overwhelming Democratic landslide of 1964. He was appointed to the House Judiciary Committee, on which he co-authored the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Jacobs was an active participant in the American Civil Rights Movement in the 1950s and 60s. Jacobs was an early opponent of the Vietnam War, and led an all-night debate against American military involvement in Vietnam during the war. The first critical discussion of the Vietnam War in the House of Representatives. In his criticism of the Vietnam War, Andy Jacobs reportedly coined the term war wimp to describe a politician who advocated war but who had avoided military service earlier in life. In the 1972 Republican landslide, future Indianapolis Mayor Bill Hudnut defeated Jacobs. In 1974, however, Jacobs defeated Hudnut and reclaimed his seat in the House. Following the election he was appointed to the House Ways and Means Committee, on which he served until his retirement from Congress in 1997. He eventually served as the chairman of the Subcommittee on Social Security. Jacobs was involved in major Social Security reforms in the 1980s, which included making Social Security an independent government organization. He wrote legislation requiring physical bonds to exist representing the money Social Security had collected. He retired from Congress in 1997, with a reputation for bipartisan effort, compromise, and humor. He endorsed Julia Carson as his replacement. She served until her death in 2007, after which her grandson Andre Carson made a successful bid for her seat. Retirement and death. Following his retirement from Congress, Jacobs taught political science at Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. He wrote and published 2 memoirs criticizing American militarism. He also was a regular contributor to Nouveau magazine in Indianapolis. He was a strong opponent of American military involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan in the 2000s. Jacobs died on December 28, 2013 at his home in Indianapolis, aged 81. He was survived by his wife, Kim Jacobs, and 2 sons.